The presenting sponsor of Moontower Soccer is FVF Law.
To find out what makes FVF a different kind of injury law firm, you can visit fvf.law.
Hello, friends, and welcome to Swoontower Soccer. I'm Mike Cragnola.
And I'm Steph Cragnola.
And this week we are all about the boys.
Yeah, we are.
As opposed to every other week when we're also all about the boys.
All right, so this week we are going to run through our regular show. We've got a lot of Matchscots to talk about. We've actually got a decent amount of fit checks, too. We have some match moods and pitch personalities. We are covering Houston, RSL, and Portland.
And more importantly, a night in Verde.
Mm-hmm. And then get into our social media standouts.
Yeah. We get a big show. Steph, I guess we should jump into the Matchscots. And that leads us to talking about Houston's Matchscots. Are you emotionally prepared?
No, I'm not.
It's been 2 full weeks.
I have not stopped thinking about fresh salsa in 2 full weeks.
I mean, same.
The way that, I held him and he snuggled right in and fell asleep.
Yeah, Steph is in a vulnerable emotional state.
I love Hero so much.
Hero's our dog.
And I want a puppy.
Should we get to the interview for the folks at home?
Yeah.
Fresh Salsa.
Hi, Fresh Salsa. We are so excited to talk to you today. Fresh Salsa, I have a question for you. If you could have a breakfast buffet, what would be your first pick? Good answer.
All right, Fresh Salsa, I've got a question for you. Why is this snuggle the best snuggle I've ever had in my life?
Good answer. Okay, Fresh Salsa, can you give us a listos verde? Hi, Butter Tortilla.
Hi, baby. Okay, so we have a question. Butter Tortilla, I want to know, what is your favorite you filling? Is it... Oh,
Good answer. Okay, Butter Tortilla, I need to know, who do you think has the best paws on Austin FC? Ooh, I think so too. Okay, Butter Tortilla, can you give us a listos verde? Thank you. Oh my God.
Okay, and we are here with our last adoptable dog at the match. We are here with Breakfast Taco. Breakfast Taco, hi. Okay, Breakfast Taco, we have a couple of questions for you. First, I want to know, whose jersey are you most likely to fall asleep napping on? Oh, what a good answer.
Okay, Breakfast Taco, what do you think the boys' favorite breakfast is?
Oh, what a good answer. Okay, Breakfast Taco, can we get a tiny little listo verde out of you? Thank you.
I love you. Well, you heard them. You heard how cute they are and how much they want to be loved by me.
Yeah, so this set of Matchscots was 4 of 8 that were birthed by a shelter dog who is being fostered right now by a family. And we recently got news that 5 of the 8 puppies have now been adopted. And so if you want a puppy in your life, APA is a spot you can get one. And so, you should probably go do that.
Yeah, get a puppy. Take it from me. a person who wants a puppy, you should get one. It will make your heart happy. It'll make your heart sad to not have a puppy. Hero wouldn't even snuggle me for a week.
Yeah, because you smelled like puppies.
Yeah. But I wanted snuggles.
Speaking of snuggles, we have 2 more Matchscots from the RSL match. Unfortunately, these dogs were not available for interview. There were cardboard cutouts of one of the dogs that was available. And so if you were at the match, you saw this cardboard cutout of a very cute dog accompanied with QR codes to be able to learn more about the 2 dogs.
Honestly, bringing dogs into the 21st century.
Yeah, honestly, every dog should have a QR code that leads to its link tree, all of its socials, its podcast appearances. I just think a QR code is a genius idea. And so it keeps the dog engaged online, which is what we all need our dogs to be, right?
Yeah.
But those dogs were Harley and Delta, and they are both available for adoption at Austin Pets Alive. A little bit older than the puppies. The puppies were 7 weeks.
Yeah.
And Harley is 10 years, 7 months. And Delta is 6 years and 7 months old. But they are sweet angel dogs who just look so cute.
Yeah.
Delta's got that little white stripe across their face that like really makes me think of Hero.
What if Hero was a puppy?
He's not.
Oh.
He's going to be 10 though.
Yeah.
He's going to be 10 years old.
Everyone say happy birthday to our dog.
Yeah, by the next Swoontower, Hero will be 10 years old.
Yeah.
So if you see him, wish him a happy birthday.
Okay, let's get into some fit checks.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what? I am going to call out an unlikely star of the Houston fit check set. And yes, we all know Julio looks incredible. That's a given at this point. I really do like this like crocheted shirt look. But you know what? Ethan Finley looks really good. He kind of looks like a sailor, like a sailor golfer. But I like it. It's this like white and blue striped shirt. He looks clean as hell.
I like what the material looks like. It looks a little bit thicker, but not like hot.
Almost like breathable terry.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a comfy towel, but like maybe not sweaty. And it looks like Alex Svatok has the same material on his polo.
Yeah.
I am digging the straight from the beach wear.
You know what else I'm digging? How sweet it is that Svatok is like waiting outside the car.
I know, so cute.
Like so we see in one clip of this montage, we see Svatok just like waving into a car door. And then in a later clip, we see Bukhari coming out of that car, and Svatok's only like half in the shot. So we like, if you put it together, Svatok's just like hanging out at Bukhari's car to
greet his buddy,
to go inside with him. And I think that's really cute. I like seeing those friendships, especially with our newer players, start to blossom.
Yeah. Something I think is an underrepresented detail in a lot of these fit check conversations is Brendan Heinzeich's collar on this shirt is so good. There's like dot detail happening at the top of it, and then that like solid cream color, and then the blue on the very end of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say it's too many buttoned.
You think it's too many buttons?
No, it's too many buttoned.
Yeah, I said what I said.
Not too many buttons. There are a fine number of buttons. They just don't need to be buttoned.
That's what I said.
No, there's a difference. Too many buttons.
Check the tape.
Versus
I said buttoned.
Too many buttoned.
Check the tape. I love a top buttoned polo. I think it looks fresh. I also really love Johan Valencia's oversized overprint shirt. I think that's a great look.
And oversized jeans.
Well, I mean, I came up in the 90s. I get it. It's cool again.
Moving on to RSL fit checks. Alex Ring borrowed Julio's shirt from the week before. Looks great. Julio borrowed Alex Ring's undershirt from the week before and wore it on the outside. We've just got a lot of like closet sharing, I think, happening week to week.
I do not understand the fit of Seba's jacket.
No, it's horrible.
He doesn't usually miss.
No, he's got like a great body. You know what it looks like? It looks like the women's World Cup suit jackets.
Ooh, sure.
Like completely unfitted somehow on purpose.
Yeah. Yep.
Bad move.
Bad
like,
cut.
When you got those bodies.
Yeah, we know what they look like. We've
Yeah.
seen the picture.
Yeah.
Spoilers, we're going to talk about the picture.
That was a pretty quick fit check section from RSL. So I want to move on to Portland. We got some cute plane pictures as always. I really love, even though they're all wearing the same thing, I love getting to see a little bit of their personality show through. But talking about personality, can we talk about the two most important personalities on the entire Austin FC universe?
Also, their fire fits.
Yes.
Yeah, we can. We can talk about Matteo and Enzo Jimenez forever.
I love them. They are living their best lives, and their cuts
So good.
like so far beyond their years.
Yeah, I think they really need to hang out with the Los Verdes cut crew.
Yeah.
I think they need to come to the South End and get a picture with the cut crew before the end of the season. I just think the vibes are right. The kids look great. Like they
Yeah.
look so cool. Their shoe game on point.
Incredible.
Come on.
Too
These
much.
kids.
It's too much.
It's so good.
Can you imagine having that much power as a 4-year-old?
I can't imagine having that much drip as a 40-year-old, let alone like I can afford to buy my clothes now, but like I still couldn't look this good. Are you kidding? The Velcro Adidas.
I know.
Yo.
Okay. We could talk about them forever, but I do want to reserve some time to talk about a night in Verde because this is always a great fashion segment on our show, and we have a lot to talk about this year.
It's
Mike,
true.
where do you want to start?
Gosh, probably right up front, the fact that we don't have like the full team fits.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to start with a complaint.
Been a roundup.
Classic us, right? But no, like there's so many good looks and then so many mysteries. Like, you know what's top of mind?
What?
Did Brad go all black again?
I haven't seen a picture of Brad.
Yeah. Bradley Scott Stuver not sharing what he wears to the 4ATX Foundation's Night in Verde is
a
honestly,
personal attack on Swoontower Soccer,
Yes.
the podcast.
Yeah, it's a crime against us specifically. Congratulations, it worked.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm hurt.
So we do have a lot that we've seen that I want to talk about. I want to start with Jossie,
Oh, what a look.
mob boss Jossie, this like
Honestly.
double-breasted pinstripe. Would you call that pinstripe? Because it's
The
not
Gyas-Father.
really, but like, oh god,
That's what it is.
yeah. It is a choice.
Oh, it's so good. It's so mobby.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it's really, really great. I think that the choice of a like, I can't tell if it's black or like a dark brown tie. I think it's brown. I really love it.
Mm-hmm.
It looks super stunning. The double-breasted jacket is insane to me. It's so weird.
How does it work? Like, how does it work so well? I mean,
Sure. How does it work? How do you button those buttons?
I understand. Not what I
Someone
meant.
explain the physics of a double-breasted suit to Mike, please.
Please, I just said how much I love buttoning buttons all the way up, baby.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Okay.
I think he might have the best fit of the night.
Really?
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah, I think it's really, really good. I think it's cut to fit him well too, which like in that classic the classic silhouette of a double-breasted pinstripe suit, like it is falling the right ways for him.
Sure. You know whose double-breasted suit jacket doesn't fit quite right?
Oh no. Don't do this to him.
I mean, it just like it's just a little. It just needed like a second tailor, like a second round at the tailor, I think. Mikael
He's new.
Dessler's jacket does not
Mikael
do him a
Dessler,
favor.
he's new. He doesn't know yet.
He doesn't know how to fit a suit jacket. He's not new to the world.
He's a fresh little baby.
Okay.
He's a fresh baby to this level of scrutiny, I think, in fashion.
That's fair. That's fair.
I don't think... well, no, because he came from France.
Oh, yeah. Okay, do we want to talk about the last double-breasted?
Our last
Is this called
double-breast...
double-breasted or is it just double-buttoned? Is it still double-breasted if it... I don't know.
No,
man.
that is a double-breasted
Okay.
suit. We're talking
But
about
the
Sebastian Driussi.
Yeah, the cut on it, like the opening goes all the way down to his belly button. So I didn't like. It's not double-breasted. It's like double belly buttoned. A double
Yeah,
bellied
it is a
suit.
very wide lapel.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think overall about this look?
I like it from far away. I think up close is where you start to see the crumbles.
So I actually prefer it closer.
Because you can't see his feet?
Yes. So, for the folks at home, visualize Sebastian Driussi in loafers with no socks and ask yourself, why? This is a man who can definitely afford a pair of socks.
It's a look.
Yep.
It's like he wanted you to think that he like forgot to get dressed until the last minute and couldn't find his socks and like
Or his
didn't have
tie.
time to button up his shirt all the way. So it's
Yeah.
like that like forced casual.
Sure. Yeah, and that's why he's not wearing a tie either.
Right, exactly.
The Jamie Tart approach.
Yeah.
I wish.
I would respect that.
Honestly-
Honestly, no shirt and that suit, I would respect
Yeah,
it.
if he had gone full Jamie Tart, this would have been a 10 out of 10 for me.
Yes. Okay. Who do you want to move on to?
You know who I want to talk about.
I know.
You know
The
I
biggest
wanna talk
mystery
about...
of the entire event. Oh, are we not talking about Ethan?
No, but that's a great shout. Let's talk about that
Okay,
next.
that's who you've been talking about literally all day. So we get this series from the 4ATX Foundation of like 20 pictures in a row. And hidden at picture number 19 is a still of Ethan and his wife on the 360 cam thing. But I mean, Ethan looks like he's having so much fun. This is like Midwestern dad to
Turnt.
12.
Yeah.
The like wide plaid tie. Fit aside, where is the 360 picture?
Right. Also, what song is playing during that exact moment? I've
Yeah.
got two choices. You pick.
Okay.
Is it apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur?
God.
Or is it Who Let the Dogs Out?
Oh no.
Look at it.
Oh no. Who let the dogs out?
Yeah. Yep. That's the right answer.
Okay. So who did you want to move on to?
I want to talk about Johan Valencia and his wife always.
I want to talk about his wife. Her dress is so stunning.
Yeah,
It
she-
is incredible.
10 out of 10 wins the Wives Fashion
Yes.
Award of the evening.
Absolutely.
Wow. So good.
I hate Johan Valencia's suit. I love a black shirt and a black bow tie, black shoes, incredible. But this like khaki mess, no, thank you.
That's why I wanted to talk about it.
Mm,
So my only complaint with the fit is that he has the bottom button buttoned. But it's because the top button is so high on that jacket.
yeah.
Like there's something about the jacket cut that it looks like he borrowed it from a shorter, wider uncle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just so much khaki. I don't even want to spend any more time looking at it. But I do want to call out that they also have a still of their 360 photo experience.
Which also looks lit.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure they had that at their wedding, right?
They had one of these, yeah.
Yeah, so that tracks.
Yeah,
It's a
they're
little
used to it.
less in character for Ethan, I feel, but you know, 4ATX Foundation brings out the party in people.
Yeah. Special honorable mention to Hector, who like dressed like an adult and looked like an adult and was presented with an award for being
An adult.
An adult, yeah.
Hector's my best dressed.
Yeah, the suit is cut perfectly.
It fits so nice.
The shoes are excellent. Like, this is gentlemen dress like this.
Yeah.
If you want everyone to say, wow, so well dressed, dress like Hector.
Yeah. I mean, absolutely top of my 4ATX foundation fits. It's incredible.
Yeah, just great work.
Yep. I will say the only verde we got was from Guillermo Biru,
Yep.
and it's like a little teal tie. He understood that there were instructions written in the name, and he followed them.
Yeah, that looks like it looks like an official green tie, but your color perception is unique.
Okay.
I will say that I think he has found the middle between Hector's, like, maybe that man was sewn into that suit, and Johan's borrowed someone's uncle's suit. You know,
Yeah,
I think
it's fine.
right. He's young.
You know who I want to talk about before we move on from this, and this is not something that we have a still of, but it was something that was on the like entrance video. So we got a lot of flashes, and unfortunately I didn't like screen record it, so we don't have it to reference. But was it BHI or was it Matt Hedges?
Oh, it was Matt Hedges.
Okay, Matt Hedges had the most deceptively stunning fit on first look, and then the most horrible fit on closer look. I was like, ooh, stunning. And then Mike said, no, zoom in. And he's wearing like 4 different colors that like kind of clash.
Yeah, it's like a maroon jacket and navy pants
with black shoes and a white shirt.
Yeah, and the shirt has this like weird collar situation
I love
going
the
on.
Shirt.
Interesting.
I love it. I think it's just like a little bit of detail that Mike found the video. That's why we're able to talk about it in detail now.
Yeah, it turns out following all of the wives is totally important Austin FC research.
Yeah, like the shirt I love because it's a cool detail. It's a little bit different, looks great, but the color choice of the jacket versus pants is oof.
Yeah, and it's weird because in some, like in the videos, it looks red or maroon, but then in the stills, it looks brown. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know if he did either.
But I will say that Diego Rubio going full standard tuxedo is just such a wonderful.
He just looks so happy. He's
Yeah.
just so cute.
He's just such a like happy to be here kind of vibe from him, you know, like, oh, it's a formal event. I'll wear formal clothes, which is a
Yeah.
bow tie and a tuxedo.
I love it.
Check.
It's so cute. Okay.
You can tell the guys who like have sartorial sense. You can tell the guys who understand the concept of a gala, and then you can see the guys who have like zero idea what they're doing here.
Yeah, but they're happy to be there. Oh, we did also get a cute picture of all the little boys on a couch hanging out together. That was super cute.
Yeah, speaking of the guys who like have no idea what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
The trio of CJ Fodre, Owen Wolf, and Jean Kolmanich, like sitting together wondering where the mozzarella sticks are.
Get some chicken tendies out there for those boys.
Right. Bro, same.
Okay. We've got a lot to get through still. So let's dive into our match moods.
Sure. Yeah. So we've got some notes here from Houston and RSL, and then just a little bit from Portland because it's tough for the away matches, you know.
Yeah. So I know we've talked about the Jimenez kids a lot, and Ethan Finley so far today, but we're in 107.
Yep.
And in the next to us, 108.
Yep.
At the I don't know numbers. Down at pitch level, the Jimenez and Finley kids were watching the warm-ups, And when both Ethan and Hector came over, they were just so cute. And like the kids clearly hang out. They're friends. Their wives are friends. Like it just was so wholesome to see the boys just having fun. And then Ethan's daughters, like everyone's just having a good time watching their dad. And that's so like, I know we've said it about the post game kids hour, but watching them before and experiencing that, and like this is not getting old for them. Like this is having these, they're so young, like who knows what of these memories will stick, but like having this experience with their dads is such a cool thing.
Yeah, super duper cute. Also cute, Hot Air making memories, always watching La Murga and the supporter section going crazy. You know, I think Hot Air on the bench, from a tactical standpoint, I'm not super thrilled about, but from a content for Swoontower standpoint.
Oh, yeah. All these notes are about Hot Air. All the rest of them. Watching La Murga, hugging Danny on their way off the field after warming up. They're just walking out arm in arm. And then I think sometimes we forget that the scope of this game. And you have players who have been around forever, and like, you know, Messi notwithstanding, Ache was up in the box above us, and you could see Hader and Diego like geeking out about him. Like they waved up at the box and they were just like watching him while they were warming up.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that like Hader Obreon and Diego Rubio are, you know, our age-ish, a little bit younger than us. And that means that they were kids when Ache was winning Champions League.
Right.
Like, he's a mega star to these guys.
Right.
And it's just so fun to think about it from that perspective.
Exactly.
That like, oh yeah, I didn't ever think I would get to 2 foot this guy.
Right. Yeah.
But now he plays for our rival, and so I do.
Recognizing that is really sweet and really fun.
Yeah.
All right, RSL notes. I was not there, so I'm going to toss the mic to you for these.
Yeah, so, you know, I was keeping Steph up to date across the text message verse while the match was going on, and so some of the notes that I sent her were, you know, I wanted to call out Hader, Gally, Stuver, and Julio for really showing fight during the RSL match. I thought they, like, it felt like they were willing the team to the result, right? They were leading that push. And then, you know, in the dying minutes of the game, Guilherme Biru comes up with magic, which we always love to see because he's just such a light and such a joy. But let's be real. The thing that we really want to talk about, Alex Ring listens to Swoontower. He has to, right? Because, you know, he wasn't wearing bright green boots before we called it out on Swoontower. And then against RSL, he was repping that Verde.
Yeah. I'll take it.
That's us. That's us.
I'll count it.
And then, Steph, I had a question for you because you missed the match, but Stuver came out for the last free kick. And so sometimes a goalkeeper will come out with the hopes of being tall and getting ahead on the ball and maybe scoring a miracle goal. Would his goal cheer be louder than Rodney's?
Ooh, that's a big question. I will say fewer people would watch me. Fewer people would cheer at me for a Stuver goal than for Rodney's goal, because Rodney scored and literally it felt like half the supporter section was looking at me instead of the field. It was amazing. And a Stuver goal would be amazing. I think I would scream as loud because I think people have a peak of how loud they can be.
Sure. Okay. But in the stadium, I can't.
In the stadium, absolutely. Yes. Yeah.
So that was one of the things that was running through my head. But then also right at the end of the match, there was some spice between Danny and Gallagher. And, you know, in the moment, temperatures flare. Gets a little hot out there. People have some opinions about what goes right and what goes wrong. And I think it's in this moment that we remember that Danny isn't like a grizzled vet, right? He is a guy who has really stepped up in leadership this year, but like he's still young.
Yeah.
And sometimes, in the moment, your temperature flares a little bit, things get a little spicy, and then you work stuff out. He had a great quote. I don't think we're allowed to say it on the show. But basically, he said, you can't be a little bee about it.
I mean, here's the thing. I think this is like a fundamental difference. There's a whole New Girl episode on this, I think, is the difference between the way that boys fight versus, like having that like outward aggression in the heat of the moment and like maybe punch it out a little bit and then you're totally fine. And you're sharing stories about each other the next day. Like, I think that is, healthy is up for interpretation, but I think that like letting off that steam and then being totally fine a second later, like, or a day later or whatever, there's merit to airing your frustrations rather than holding them forever.
Yeah. I think that's fair. And
maybe not on the field, but
maybe not in front of everyone, but yes. But the real star of this show for the RSL match was the unified match afterward. I was really bummed to miss that. I wanted to give a shout out to Lamurga for sticking around, for the folks in the supporter section who stuck around to sing and support the team, and all the players too. Danny and Brad and Owen, Diego Hader, Stefan.
Oh, good.
Like there was a lot. Jossie was still out there. There were a lot of folks sticking around to watch the team, support them, give good words to them. It was really, really nice to see. And so, yeah, I thought the unified match was great.
Good.
And then on to Portland.
Yeah. It was an away match, so we only got what the TV showed us, but it was spicy.
Yeah. I think my two biggest call-outs were Brad Stuver barking at Felipe Mora, the striker for the Portland team, for coming underneath him when Brad went up to get a ball. Mm-hmm.
I love when Brad gets spicy.
You could tell he did not appreciate that.
That's my favorite.
Speaking of spicy, though, Alexander Svatok coming hard after Portland. So there was a little bit of wellhousery going on in the later stages of the match. Guillermo Bureau went down trying to get a call. It didn't happen. One of the Portland players ran toward Guillermo to yell at him, and Svatok just stepped over Bureau to like intercept that.
Yeah.
I have never seen something so scary.
Yeah, he is powerful.
Very intense.
Yeah.
And like he wasn't yelling.
No.
And I think that made it scarier.
Yeah.
Right? Like he looked like he was sternly speaking.
I would not get in his way.
Yeah, and the guy who was yelling at Mosquera also a giant.
Didn't want to get in his way.
Also a giant. And like the way that man like shriveled inside himself.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Incredible.
So powerful.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, you want to take an ad break?
Let's do it.
Great. Swoontower Soccer is brought to you by our friends at FVF Law, the official injury lawyers of Austin FC.
FVF is a different kind of personal injury law firm dedicated to community, transparency, and client education. And they have their own podcast called Summary Judgment. Check it out wherever you get your podcasts.
You can go to FVF.law to find out what makes FVF a different kind of injury law firm and why understanding your legal options can dramatically change the outcome of a case. Our premier sponsor is McGuire Woods Consulting, helping clients in the public affairs space from lobbying at the local, statewide, and federal levels to digital and communications campaigns across the country.
McGuire Woods Consulting has offices in 10 MLS cities, but only advertises on this podcast because it's the home of Austin FC, the greatest team in the world, who are definitely going to make up a 20-goal difference between us and Portland before the end of the year, and they know it.
Contact our friends at McGuire Woods Consulting at www.mwcellc.com for more information. Okay, so we're getting into our Celly ratings, which have been few and far between this season, but I do want to talk about Danny Pereira's Portland goal celebration because I love Danny Pereira and I love when he scores goals. I want you to talk about his on-pitch celebration, and I'll talk about his off-pitch.
Great. Yeah. So he hits a ball perfectly, and it goes exactly where he wants it to, and he knows it, and it goes in the net. And so he runs over and he does this little jump, fist bump. The whole team is like following with him. It's super cute. Everybody's hugging. Bureau gives him a little head nod, rub, and then like there's a little bit of salsa going on between him and I think it was Johan. It might have been Hot Air. I can't remember, and the replays don't show it. But there is a little bit of a dance party that happens in that corner flag there as they are celebrating together. Yeah, and then I would give that like a 7 out of 10, maybe a 7.5 because I love Danny. Yeah, I'm giving it a 7.5 out of 10 for the on the field. Yeah, but what like moves this up to at least an 8.5 for me is him sharing out on Instagram the clip of his goal with just a caption that says, "They all count the same." Yeah, this moves it to a 9.5 for sure for me. I love Self-Aware King, and I think it's so perfect and so perfectly sums up like what people are going to remember is that Danny had a goal. Right. Because they're going to see it on the stat sheet. No one's going to remember the actual goal 5 years from now, right? Right, exactly. I mean, people will remember some goals, but not this one. Right. Okay. Let's tear through our social media standouts. We've had a lot in the past couple weeks, which is really nice to see for kind of a lull, in wins, but we've had some good positive stuff. I think that my favorite piece in this past 2 weeks is the Steph Cleveland live. It was so fun. What a weirdo. Like in the best way. I loved that his wife was like, "Oh, we should seed some questions in here." And so I'm gonna drop a couple of questions in here for you, Stefan, just in case. Is your wife the most beautiful woman in the world, or whatever she asked? Just so cute, so wholesome. He clearly loves his family, loves being a dad. Yeah. I think the funniest thing, there were two like hysterical things to me. One of them was, if I lived in Europe, I would be Stefan, but because it's here, Stefan's fine. Incredible. My favorite is when someone asked him who his travel buddy would be. Who do you want to travel with? He said Ethan Finley because he would love to learn facts about the city with me. What a nerd. I love it. I love it. It was really great. And I think really nice to see like his personality come through because we don't get to see that a lot. Yeah, I did take umbrage to his like being mean about his poor dog Gus, who he said that Gus would not be a keeper. He's scared of everything, so he's probably on the bench. Listen, not all of us can be stars. Some of us are afraid of things. Fair enough. So, can we talk about Johan Valencia joining the Bleach Boys? I love it. I think it's a great look for him. I think it's so good. The only problem I had was the cameras in Portland are kind of far away. And so sometimes it was really tough to tell if it was Danny or if it was Johan receiving the ball in deep midfield and then starting to dribble. Great. But the look itself, fantastic. So yeah. Fantastic. Yeah. I really like it. And I like that he's trying things. Yeah. Mixing it up. Yeah. I have a question. I have an important question for everyone in the world. Jimmy, our sweet Jimmy time boy, posted on Instagram today 4 things I'm better without: love, curiosity, and doubt. What's the 4th thing? What's it mean? Send us a DM at Moontower Soccer on Instagram. And tell us what the 4th thing is, and also what this post means. Yeah. Please. What? How are you better without curiosity? I'm curious. I am also curious. And I'm also more curious about the 4th thing. So please tell us
the fourth thing that Jimmy is better without. Thank you.
Also, tell us your thoughts on his tie in that same post. Because that might be the fourth thing.
It is. I mean, he is definitely better without that tie.
Speaking of being better without, might Sebastian Driussi be better without social media?
I think that he's going through it, and I think we've all been there. We've all posted sad song lyrics in our Instagram or our away messages. We've all done that. We just maybe don't have the same amount
Visibility.
of followers
as
Sebastian Driussi. So come back to me later on that question.
Just give him a break.
Yeah, maybe let him feel his feelings.
I mean, the retweeting stuff
God,
during the match
so much
was probably not a good look. We can agree,
hilarious.
but we can agree it's probably not a good look, right?
We can agree it's hilarious. I loved it. Maybe not a good look. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we can love things that are bad.
Yeah, I feel like I didn't think about whether it was bad or good. I just thought about how it made me feel. And it made me feel happy. You know what else makes me feel happy? Getting a picture.
Oh my goodness.
Especially this one. And I know, again, we've talked about them all night, but Matteo and Enzo Jimenez in this picture, the way that Brad is just holding on to Matteo and Enzo is up on Hector's shoulders. Oh, it is the cutest thing in the whole world.
What a fun uncle Brad Stuber
right?
must be.
I mean, and we can tell that from the post-match kids hour.
Yes.
All the kids love Brad.
Yeah.
It's just so cute. It's so cute. They're so cute.
Tag yourself in the photo, Steph. Who are you?
Oh, I am Alexander's Fatak. Completely dead inside.
Cool. I want to be Danny with a face that making a face but also still being super cute is the goal. But I worry.
Do you think he achieved the second part?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I worry that I'm more like Mikael Dessler.
Oh, okay.
Making a face, and I turn out to just look kind of like
Potato-y.
a lunatic.
Oh. Next.
Wow.
It kind of looks like it's not his fault. It's the lighting.
Speaking of a lunatic, though, can we talk about the Owen Creep picture?
Yes.
So Hot Air and Owen are hanging out on the road trip together, family trip. They're all out there. And there's this picture of Hot Air smiling at the camera, being cute like always. And then Owen in the background.
Just being a creep.
What a murder face.
Being a creep.
What a murder face.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, two more things about players that we talk about loving a lot. The first one is happy birthday, Julio Cascante.
That's right.
I don't know if I've ever seen a player get more tags on Instagram and story shares for their birthday. I think, is Julio the most popular player that we have?
In soccer circles, he might be.
Yeah. I think he might be the most popular player on our team, though.
He's one of the most loved, apparently, based on the birthday posts.
Yeah.
I think he bridges gaps.
Yes.
Yes. In a way that maybe other players can't or don't.
Yeah. I think that he's kind of a nerd and definitely a dad and also kind of crazy.
And he's his wife is clearly also forming bonds with the other player wives, right? Yeah, I think Julio is more of a glue guy than maybe some people might think.
Give him credit for.
Yeah,
I think he's absolutely our glue guy. Also, the fact that he is so handsome. All right. Lastly, I don't think we've talked about this yet, that Brad is getting his master's degree in public policy from Oregon State.
Yeah, he recently reintroduced himself on Threads because that seems to be one of the platforms that is surging in users after Twitter has become a garbage dump. And so in that reintroduction, he mentions that he's doing his master's.
Yeah.
And he mentioned that he was doing it from Oregon State because it has an online program that allows for the flexibility in his schedule that he needs. Could you imagine Brad having to be like, oh, I can't play this away game because I got class. I can't miss. My professor's so mad at me.
Here's the thing. I think that this is incredible. I think that if anyone should be going for a public policy degree, it's Brad Stuver. I think that he's so good and so smart, and this is going to be really great for him. And also, I just want to use it as a point in my favor that if Brad Stuver is not too busy to get a master's degree, then maybe I'm also not too busy to get another master's degree. I'm just going to throw that out there.
I can't believe.
What if I went back to school and
Thanks, Brad.
blamed Brad?
Thanks, Brad. This is all your fault.
What if I just got another degree because I like them?
Man of not my jersey, Brad
If
Stuver.
he's not too busy for that, then
Listen.
honestly, like who else? Like Brad Stuver is a very busy man, so if he can do it,
I think you know what? Swoontower is taking credit for this one too because we started that hashtag Brad Stuver for mayor, but also MLS All-Star.
Okay, so you are blaming Swoontower for me wanting to go back to school?
I blame literally the concept of school for you always wanting to go back to school.
Okay, so
Y'all, if you see Steph in the streets, tell her she's smart enough and good enough.
The man of my jersey this week is, I think, sometimes the face that you give me when I talk about going back for another master's degree. My man of my jersey is Alexander Svatok because I love everything about him this Swoontower cycle. I love how powerful he is, and also I love his face in the picture because it looks on the outside like I feel on the inside.
Awesome.
Also, he's a good soccer player. Also, congratulations, he just got called up to his national team again. So
That's right.
yay. Goodbye. We love you.
Bye.
The light